Hey guys, and today I am doing something new. Well, slightly new. If you guys watched Dr. Theodore, there was a little bit of a hint explaining that this was going to be a nightmare fear thing. And talking about all of the things that I've made. Hopefully this goes better, because last time I tried to do this, like a full-on recording, didn't turn out so well. So, hopefully, it'll work. And so one of these is just going to be it's going to be a collage of different things. Uh, a bunch of AI artwork that I use for Devil Fruits. I'll be explaining those stories, and I will be also explaining these as fears and dreams and weird things I've seen in my past. And yeah, a few things. So yeah, it's a collage of different things. Okay, so let's go. I just got done taking a shower, actually a bath, because I really wanted to relax today. But let's go. Okay, so number one on the list, the dream stuff. So if you guys watched Dr. Theodore, there was a whole thing about creatures, and one of them was a sea creature beast, and one was a skeleton beast. There's a giant story between both, and I'm going to be explaining them right now. Even including since I remember now of some of them. So let's go to the water creature. The water creature, simply enough, was something I have always been terrified of, and it's the reason why I haven't taken a bath in like a few days, and I've been taking showers. And it's strictly because of the fact that this is a fear that I've had over the years, and I didn't even know why. It was like I forgot, but the fear never was forgotten. And it's some type of water creature, and my fear is that I'm closing my eyes, what I do a lot when I take a bath, because I take hot baths and I relax, and I'm afraid of the drip water, and then suddenly I'm going to see a creature looking above me. He's going to take me down, and he's going to yeah, like I'm scared of this horse. I'm not scared of it killing me. I'm scared of this creature, this water creature, and seeing it, then it killing me. It's weird. And I remember why now I had this fear. This fear kind of stems from when I was a kid. I was a child, and one of the things that I did was when I was taking a bath, I was a little tired, and I accidentally fell asleep in the bathtub, causing a weird dream where there was these like creatures, sea creatures, where I was under the water, and this creature was like performing for me, right? It was fun. I was like, yay, yay, and then one of them started getting really, really, really close to me, and I started getting really terrified the closer it got to me, and I started closing my eyes. As I opened them, they started deflating like balloons, and for some reason that terrified me even more. I woke up into the bathtub, ran out there. I remember I fucking just tried to get out of the water. Like the water was out to get me. I was scared to death of the tub. And yeah, I was so scared that I couldn't. I essentially did not want to take a bath again. And I did, and I was always terrified, and I was always watching the water. Remembering this, I'm not completely scared of the tub anymore. Not as much as I was scared of the toilet, but that was more of a kid thing. Because as I was a kid, I had weird. Well, I had to what I watched a movie one time where it was a baby. I don't remember much. I remember the baby went to the bathroom. He was gonna get potty trained, and then the tub, like the toilet, turned into a living thing by the way, in the baby's imagination, and it was like, "Come here, I'm gonna eat your butt." Literally what it said. I swear to God, I don't remember much, but I remember that line. He did say that. It was weird and freaky. So yeah, in all sense of funny jokes, that's the reason why that creature exists, and I decided to draw it to, and obviously my artwork is not realistic, so it's not in a realistic standpoint, but you do solidly get the image. The skeleton now. Let's get to that. That is something I saw when I was awake in the middle of the night, and now a lot of people could say this was like sleep interpretation or whatever. Like when you don't get enough sleep, you start seeing shit. And funny enough, when I don't get no sleep and I am like in the morning and I haven't gotten to sleep for an entire day, I was not sleeping a lot like the other day. And I was so damn sure I saw a blue tail. Like actually I could just turn on the camera. Right there. Like it was right there, it was right here, and just vanished. So in other words, it was a little weird. But I was like, I'm tired. Because I was up all day and all night. For some reason, I've not been able to sleep in the middle of the night. I don't know why. And sometimes I see a black cat or something. I don't know. This is something I have never seen before. And if you guys don't know, sometimes sleep deprivation will create the similar things. Like you would see it like more than a few times at least. Like I've seen a few black cats, I've seen something that looks like a monster, but it's not, and it's just my brain playing tricks on me. End of the day, this was real. And I noticed this, and it terrified the living hell out of me. So let's talk about it. The black skeleton is when I was a kid, okay? And I remember that I was walking across. Now, I don't remember what house we lived in. I remember we did live in a house before we lived in other places. Yes, this counts as a house, but we technically don't own it. But whatever. So, as all of that's happening, and I am trying to, figure this out and everything else, like the reason why I'm saying this, it's a black skeleton that looks like its head, like around its head is formed into a crown, and it has instead of like regular bones, and by the way, I didn't know bones were white when I was a kid because I was not really that much intelligent to learn that. Yeah. But he had black bones. And it terrified the living fuck out of me. And I was like, I had to hold my breath in. I hold my breath in. I was like, do not speak. Do not breathe. Do not do shit. You keep your eyes on that thing. And I stayed up and I looked at it. Like, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. So yeah, and I saw this thing. And it terrified me. It vanished out of nowhere. It's the reason why I gave it the ability to consume light and turn it into pure darkness. Cause that's what I kind of explained. So yeah. Next one is an artwork you will not see in Dr. Theodore. And this is something I had because I had a dream about dragons. Now I love dragons, right? But I don't use it. I can't control my dreams. One of them, is that it was a dragon outside my window. I woke up. I was in my room. There was a dragon in my window, and he was flying. And we locked eyes for like a few minutes before he flew away. And I was like, I don't know why. I think that like back then I used to care about my mom and I used to love her. So I was like, Mom, there's a dragon. It's awesome. Oh my god, I would actually no. I think I didn't even say that. I think I went to my phone instantaneously to call my friends, asshole friends, but still. How much I think I did say that? I probably did. But another thing was and this is one you're going to see an artwork for, and it was a stone gate. I remember that was it was like a pitch black room. There was nothing but this door. And like two Chinese dragons on the door. And the reason why you're seeing a gem in the middle of it is because I kind of remember there's like a vivid memory of gems. There were symbols on the door, but I can't remember what the symbols were. But I do remember there was dragons. I did the best of a reinterpretation of this. Right? So there's this door, right? It has a dragon. And it was like two dragons. I touched one of them, right? And I was like getting real close, like scared. And I touched them and they came to life. Like they popped out of the stone, started turning real and alive, and they flew off. I was scared to death. And I know what you guys are going to say. Javon, why were you scared after when you touched them and released them? I don't know. It was probably a pop-up scare, to be honest. Because they were stones. Like, there were stones in a door. Like, a stone door. So I remember that, and I touched them, and I touched one of them, and both of them came to life, scared the death out of me. Now I don't remember what their eyes looked like because I can't remember that much from that dream or whatever it was. But it has stuck with me over the years. Like the skeleton, the door, and the sea creature. All three things stay with me for all the years. And I can't explain why. And I don't know why. So, yeah. But, and that's what I really want to talk about. Now, to make this video just a little bit longer, I also want to talk about stuff that I said before. I said this on TikTok, that there will be a day that I will show the AI fruits that I used to use to make, like, their devil fruits, because I wanted to be lazy, I didn't feel like doing anything. And so we'll be getting to a few others. For me, it was the cloud fruit. Now, AI does not know how to make a good devil fruit, so it turned into a flower, right? I decided to make it, and you guys are going to see two versions of it, like split into two. And it's my devil fruit, the one that I handmade, and that Marcus helped me. He was like, "Oh, you should use pumpkins as a reference because pumpkins look a little bit cloud shaped." So that's what I did. I searched up pumpkins and used it. And then there's the AI one for the cloud fruit. Now, I could take the AI drawing and make it into a devil fruit of some sort, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do that, so we're probably not going to focus on that cloud fruit. Next one is my brother's, what, by the way, update I did. I don't think I updated it. Different for his character. Marcus did not want to be a devil fruit user. He wanted to swim, and he just wanted to have the power of hockey. So, for us to make a balance, apparently there's these characters in One Piece that have, like, flame powers, and they can be different colors. So, he is going to have green flame still, and flame powers, and he's still going to have his mallet, and he can also become the flames, but still, he's just going to have hockey, and he can still swim. That's the main subject of it, and he wanted this. So, in other words, it's perfectly fine. And honestly, we have now made his devil fruit non-existent. It has now been erased from history. Gone. Either way, you guys are going to see the artwork anyway. So you guys are seeing his devil fruit that I worked very hard to make, by the way. With the Zoan and the studying and everything, I worked very hard on it. So I'm kind of irritated the fact that he did it, because I worked extremely hard on it. But, no, it's his character. Whatever. And then you can see all the AI versions of it. Now you guys can probably see the one that he chose that he liked the most, because it was the closest representative to a devil fruit. Now you're going to see all these other ones that were made in the prequel of making his cloud fruit. And they do look cool, and one of them looks a lot like an alien fruit. So, yeah, it looks like futuristic and stuff, and that's the one that looks really cool, actually. And I was thinking about using that one, and he was like, "No, it's a cloud. No, not the cloud fruit. Sorry. It's the fucking, like the flame. It's some type of flame, like, creature fruit, and I know the creature. It was a creature we already did studies on, with green flames and other shit, and yeah. I didn't go grab all the other characters that we made because they are not important to this. Now let's go to Gosha's. I'm leaving Katie's for last. Gosha's devil fruit, obviously, he loves Cthulhu. Cthulhu is his favorite thing that exists, or his favorite thing in lores. So, in other words, besides role pools, Cthulhu is his favorite. So, in other words, because of Cthulhu, I made him a devil fruit that turns him into Cthulhu. And there's a giant forms of his abilities, but we're not going to get into that. Now, AI did not have any forms of good, like, realistic forms of it. So, I decided to freestyle it. So, there is no AI stuff. I did use AI, but it didn't come out with anything. It was, like, very stupid. Most of them were not working, and most of them were just straight up fucking terrible. So, I did not like any of them. Now, let's go to Katie's devil fruit. Katie is similar to the barrier fruit, only her barriers can heal people and she can make bubbles and move them around. She can also make weapons, what also means she can cut people while healing. Basically, think of the character from Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, and how he develops his fist in healing for then when he punches people they heal. And funny enough, him doing that caused him to beat the fuck out of someone else, and he didn't even know that he was doing it. It's fucking hilarious. I love that scene. Still, technically, yeah, but it's like a barrier version of it. So, in other words, Kate can heal and protect and put a barrier around us. Not like the barrier fruit. The barrier fruit can morph like Katie's devil fruit, but can only make a barrier. It can't heal nobody. So yeah, if it does be able to heal somebody, then I guess it's just the barrier fruit. But I highly doubt that's ever going to happen. If it does, I don't know what to say. Either way, you guys are going to see a few versions of it. There was a lot of good stuff. I did try to get AI to do it because I didn't feel like doing any artworks for it. And then I ended up doing artwork for it. And Marcus wanted me to put like 2 behind it, 2 in front of it as orbs and stuff. And it ended up looking like, well, you guys can see in... I don't want to hear any judgments, okay? I know what they look like. I know what their devil fruit looks like. I know it looks fucking weird, okay? I thought it looked good enough for it, okay? So please don't judge me. It works for the case, okay? And it makes, and all of us having devil fruits except for Marcus, makes us a good pirate team called the Stormcloud Pirates. Marcus does want to change the name, but he never worked on it. So until he does, our name will stay as the Stormcloud Pirates. Forever. Forever. So, yeah. But, okay, but there are... Sorry, guys. My nose is being... My nose is being very stuffed up today. But now let's get to some other things. So like I said, we were going to get into that and fundamentals of other stuff. I still got some time, so I am trying to make this a little bit short. But we did talk about a lot of the stuff that I wanted to talk to and show all the other devil fruits for. But yeah, I guess I just want to give you guys some hidden things here. Since the whole villain thing is over, yes, I will be working on the characters. Currently, I will be doing it after when I get this uploaded. Also, when I edit the other one, because there's another one I'm going to make where it's going to be showing all of this other stuff. And I went through my phone and I saw that there's several things that I thought of using for characters and things to put in my universe, and I never ever did. By complete accident, I forgot they existed. Now, I was thinking, what about random times I actually go in and I start doing those, making them fundamentals and putting them in my universe of characters. Now, obviously, these are stuff I saw from Facebook when it came to digital artworks, and I was like, oh, these are very good. These are very interesting designs. I kind of want to use these. And so, took screenshots of them. Some of them are creatures. Some of them are for different things and other stuff. So, in other words, I really wanted to do it, and I think I am going to. And the funny thing about this is, I am going to make this a very fun thing for me. And it'll be random. It'll be in a very serious case. It's not going to be a series. Well, I guess technically it could be a series. It could be a playlist. But it's technically not a series. Because all of them are going to be put into different things in my universe. Actually, the fact that one of them is actually supposed to be a creature, I never even had plans for it to be a part of a giant series. But it can be, since the person who saves creatures is Dr. Theodore. Dr. James Theodore. I love doing the voice so much.
I love doing the voice so much because I sound like a narrator. And I sound like a very cocky man. But I'm also very serious because my name is Dr. Theodore.
Yeah. Yeah, it is something really good. It should be something really fun. But again, I'm gonna be focusing on the thing that I've been dying to do for a while now. And that's get to the heroes and villains from Hero X. And because, as you guys know, I have been doing these things. Well, if you guys are from my TikTok page, this is where you guys strongly need to get on my TikTok page. Crimson Thunder, okay? Crimson Thunder. Now, the reason why I have been doing where I've been trying to, like, say what I think their powers are and everything, because I'm going to use their powers. And I'm going to use them and make my own character out of them by adding another power into it for then it's not completely that character. So it's going to be their powers add with something else. That means every single character that shows having powers in through the show, I will be using. Now, what makes this a pain in the ass is that the only persons who get like good like pictures and stuff onto their things is the main characters of the heroes, not the villains and not any of the extra heroes that are on the other side. What honestly strongly annoys me. Strongly. But whatever, right? So yeah, until then I am going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing both artworks because I gotta do two artworks since what was his name? Ling Ling? I think? I don't know. Either way, it's a character, and he is pretending to be, like, he has to become, like, what was his name? Like, Smile or Happy or something, right? And basically, my theory is that he kind of was able to break through because, and deny what the fans were trying to tell him to do, because, well, he wasn't really him. And he finally accepted that. Still becoming a power, it's like still becoming a superhero, and his power, I do believe, is straight up willpower. There's a fly. Fuck. Good geez, I gotta go hunt down a fly apparently. Hurt my ear too. Ow. Where is it? Still. So yeah. Either way, I'm gonna end this quick for now. I can go kill that fly. Either way, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing that, and then we're gonna get to all of the powers. Now, adding the people who I'm making a tag team, partners, and all that stuff, yeah. We'll be going further through the other characters, but when we get some more of those. So that means I should get some more characters by the time we get to the villains and we finish that. Hopefully. Hopefully. But, yeah. But we should be getting heroes done some point, and we should get villains done at some point. So yeah. But with that being said, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm killing this goddamn fly because I hear it. I don't know where the fuck it is, but I hear it, and he's going to die today. I'm killing this motherfucker. Either way, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I really hope you guys enjoy the artworks. I really hope that I can make them show up this time, because last time they couldn't, and it pissed me the fuck off. But I hope I get it to work. If you guys see them and I made it work, that means yeah. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this artwork. I hope you guys enjoyed the stories and everything that was being told, and every little like secret behind the scenes that may or will happen, but you guys don't know when. I don't know when.
So y'all don't know. So see you guys later. And Crimson Thunder out.
I need to make an intro for my YouTube channel at this point.